technical resources, you know, the cinemas and the audiences, and, you know, sort of the talent, it all is probably in London more than anywhere else in the UK. I actually was born in a town called Rotherham, which is actually in the north of England. After a couple of jobs, I got the opportunity to move to the US. Saw that there was a community college close by, and this was in California. And I'd always been passionate about film. So I started enrolling in film classes and got very passionate about 16mm. The day I graduated, I said, you know, I'm going to get a master's. And I started looking at UK master's programs. They were all a bit academic for my taste. You know, I'm interested in cult films and the obscure or the unusual or the non-mainstream. You know, something that is a bit more of a niche interest, where there's a niche community around it. I always like to uncover things that either no one else has seen or very few people have seen. And it may not be you know, the most prestigious piece of art, but it's got something that's really interesting about it. It's basically when they were running out of ideas and they combined vampires with kung fu. And then I found the National Film and Television School, which I think I knew about, and they just seemed to have the program that was like designed for me. You know, it was practical. You know, it involved putting on screenings in public. You know, me and my wife, we sort of started making plans to actually move back to the UK and wrap up our lives in California and come over. Well, I actually think virtually everything is worth preserving, because I think, I mean, just if you think about it, why would you throw art away? You actually don't know what's going to be important at the time. Even with all that hindsight or further, that, you know, viewing, you feel it's still not a great film. You know, it's got problems with it. Often it's got some things which are really interesting. And if a film has got like one thing which is just like an interesting idea or an interesting way something was done, I mean, I think that sort of justifies the value of the whole piece. So in London, there's a big enough set of people with the types of interest that, you know, it maintains a number of cinemas that do repertory screenings, and, you know, now there are other cinemas that do interesting film events and shows. So that really helps, because if you want to put on those types of events, you have to have an audience.